Hey all, happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. We are going to be continuing on our Mandala Love embroidery. So this is from all the way back in February. Actually, I think it was the January embroidery of the month. So the first one of the year, we had one prior to this, and we have let it sit here, or I've let it sit here at least, and it's time to put another hour onto it. I'm kind of in the get all the things done mode, so we're going to work on this tonight. So thanks for joining me here. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together for about an hour here. So thanks again for joining me. I'm actually only going to be on today and tomorrow this week, and then I'm going to take off till the new year. So thank you guys again for joining me on this couple days for the week here. We are, like I was saying, finishing up. Well, I don't know if we're finishing up, but we're going to put some more time into the Mandala Love embroidery, our embroidery of the month. All these embroidery of the months for the 2020 period are available just for a couple more days, just till the end of December. And then we'll be starting January's embroidery of the month. We're starting a new year. So thanks again for joining me. Let's get stitching. Hello everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you had a great holiday. Ooh, Carla's saying I would love you to do a 2021 mandala. I've been thinking about it. I really did like doing this one. This is the only embroidery that I didn't actually get done. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to finish this. I actually don't know if we'll finish it. We've got quite a bit to do yet. I think this is probably the most involved time-wise embroidery of the year for sure. But it's nice having one of those around every once in a while. So I'm going to get this back in the hoop. And this is on a tea towel, but you're right. I think it would be super pretty on a pillowcase, Lisa. That would be fun. I'd love to start putting embroideries on more things. But yeah, so this was kind of the Valentine's Day embroidery almost. It has the word love hidden. Well, I don't know if it's really hidden, but in it, and some hearts, and it's just a really fun, nice, slow stitching embroidery. I got my thread here, just checking out seeing where I left off with all this stuff. Oh, I do have a spare piece. That's what I was kind of wondering. Do I already have? It's split into 3. I do. So I think tonight, so I don't actually have the pattern in front of me, so I'm not sure what all the colors are. However, I know based on what I already have done, like this L here, and these little shapes, these shapes, I pretty much know that every other love is in the blue, and these little dashed lines are in blue. It looks like these floral bits are in blue. So I'm going to just start with blue and work my way around. And then tomorrow I'll bring out the pattern again, and then we can kind of see for real where we're at. But yeah, so the pattern, I just have the digital version here. So tomorrow I'll get the iPad out. All right, I got my little needle minder. Oh, I suppose we could stick that on here. It's always kind of fun. And let's get going. I think let's use some of our thread conditioner tonight too, because why not? It smells good. It's like stitching with a candle nearby. Oh, Catherine says this was her favorite one. Oh, yay. Yeah, I really like this one. Oh, you finished it too. Nice. I'm jealous of all you guys who finished this. I have a ways to go yet, but that's okay. I can take my time and work on it. I had a relaxing holiday so far. Just basically chilling. Actually, I'm working a lot on stuff for 2021 when I'm not binging on Netflix and sitting on the couch. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of that, but I am kind of working on some 2021 stuff as well. So I'm excited about all that stuff to come. All right, just getting my thread started here. Back is looking nice yet. So this is on a tea towel, so in theory the back is going to be exposed. So I am trying to keep that as clean as I can. Like I'm not like jumping from here to here or something like that. So I have a big string on the back. I am trying to weave in my ends and have it be kind of nice. All right, so I think I like mapping my area out. So I'm going to finish this VE because it looks like that's kind of where I left off with this. And then I think I'm going to weave in the end and then stitch this flower guy, then go around this lazy day or this running stitch, then get this flower guy, then do this love, and then just kind of do that same process around and around and around until I get to the other side. Because those are blue. I know that those are blue. I don't know anything else that's blue right now, just because I don't have my pattern in front of me here. So I think right away, I'm going to do this little trick here. So I can already tell this is going to be annoying. So I have all of this fabric here. I'm going to grab a clip and wrap this up here. So I'm just going to fold this a few times and grab myself a couple wonder clips, and I'm just going to clamp this up out of my way. These should hold just fine. They're hefty duty, these wonder clips. But there, now I won't have all this bulk over here while I stitch. Oh my gosh, Lisa. Wow, Lisa said that her hoop broke the other day. I'm glad you were able to get a new one, though. Sheesh. Yeah, curbside pickup is pretty nice. I hope when COVID's all over and all that sort of stuff, I hope some of these stores keep some of these services like the curbside pickup and stuff, because it's pretty nice. Oh, nice. Great idea, Lisa. Lisa, you said that she used those curved quilting pins, like those curved safety pins, to pin up her tea towel while working on it. Yeah, the more comfy you can make any part of the process here, the better, I think. Wow, this feels like it's been a long, long time since I've worked on this, so I'm feeling good. I'm definitely in the let's wrap everything up, let's clean everything up, and start fresh. So, been doing some cleaning around here, around the house here, and just my first kind of holiday day. I don't know if I've really been having a holiday. I've been cleaning up and that sort of thing. But the first kind of day, I did kind of putz around, and I worked on like a random craft project that I've had around for a while, just to almost clean the area, and that felt good just to get that out of the way. And I don't know, it's kind of how I'm feeling about this right now too. I'd love to see this further along. Thought it was time to put an hour or two into this embroidery. Oh, that's a great idea. Catherine says, I like putting the bigger designs on canvas totes, and this one would be a perfect one. Yeah, I would love this one on a canvas tote, actually. You know, it doesn't have to stay on a tea towel. I could just use this as fabric. That's true. Could actually probably make a tote bag out of a couple tea towels. That'd be kind of fun too. All right, so this love is done with this last stitch here. So I'm gonna weave in the backs, and then I'm gonna do this little petally flower thing next. I'm gonna weave in the backs to get down to that point versus just jumping. So I'm gonna just go like zoop, and that's about where it starts. Oh, but man, you guys, it has been so dry here. Ugh, I just feel like I'm constantly putting lotion on, and I don't know, have the humidifiers going all the time. I put wet towels, I hung those up to dry, to air dry, and I swear in like 2 hours they were totally dry. So I mean, ugh. Any humidity is getting sucked up right away, and that's pretty annoying. Oh, hi Iris. So this is one of my embroidery of the months for this past year. And for the holidays, I brought back all the embroidery of the month. So typically our embroidery of the month only lasts for that month. But I decided to bring them back because we just kind of started the program this year, and I know a lot of you missed some of the earlier ones. So this pattern is available just to the end of December over at penguinandfish.com. And it also comes as a bundle, so you can get the floss too. But yeah, just till the end of the month, which sheesh is coming up, you guys. What day is the New Year? Is it, what's the day? 28, 29, 30, 31. Friday. Is Friday? Does that sound right? Hi. Days are melding together into the abyss of time. Friday. Okay, Gretchen says Friday. Yeah, so Friday, New Year. That means these will go away. And I have January's embroidery of the month ready to go. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. And thank you guys for your suggestions and stuff for new embroideries or stuff you'd like to see. And, you know, if you ever had an idea, just feel free to email me. But yeah, I'm definitely working on more embroidery of the months for the year. But yeah, I like the idea of doing another mandala for sure. This is really fun to do. All right, I am gonna jump and do this little running stitch here. I'll actually just kind of do a back stitch, and then we'll do a running stitch. Oh, when will you start January? So I think, okay, so I still have to come up with a calendar for next year, for 2021, for our evenings, but I think that's why I laughed, because I'm like, man, I should have that figured out. I'm just kind of simmering into the holiday though, so I don't have that all planned yet. But ooh, Tracy says she'd like to learn to crochet. Ooh, that'd be fun. I do have a little bit of a plan for that. But so I think we'll probably still do our stitch along for whatever the embroidery of the month is. Still probably the third week of the month. So whatever the Monday of the third week of the month is for January, we'll start on that day. And the reason for that is then you guys have time if you wanted to get bundles, time for it to arrive in the mail. And I do like the idea of a free week where we could work on other small little projects or finish something up or that sort of thing. So we still have those 2 projects to continue on. We have the Splendid Sampler 2. I would like to still kind of putz around on that. And I feel like giving it its own week will maybe help get it done. And then we have the Granny Square quilt. And I actually would love to, once we finish maybe the top of the Granny Square, to do a crocheted Granny Square, like maybe a pillow, like a matching pillow or something for the quilt. Just because I know there are some people here who would like to learn how to crochet, and a Granny Square I think is a good way to start doing that. And it's fun. You can use kind of scrap yarn or not. But I think that would be a fun project once we kind of finish the top of the Granny Square quilt. And we're getting there. We'll get there. All our projects are taking a little slower because we are only working on them one day or 1 week of the month versus just like working on them nonstop. But we do get to work on more of a variety of projects. But yeah, so we'll have the Granny Square. Granny Square project. Splendid Sampler 2. We'll have our week of stitching the embroidery of the month, and then I think we might have just a free week where we might do another cute, fun project, or we might just treat it as like a finish it week, where if there's anything kind of lingering about, we'll work on that. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Oh, Pam says Granny Squares are fun to crochet. They are, and I think you learn a couple skills with it, and it's pretty quick. Oops, I almost lost my thread. Not quite. Whenever I get short on, or towards the end of my thread, I start accidentally pulling it out of the needle. Trying to just get through this little feller. I don't think I'll have enough thread for him. Ugh, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough for all 3 of these little blips, but we'll try. And I want to get the little back stitches into. We might have to come back and do like one of these. But I'm going to finish this guy, and then I'm going to come up. Wait a sec here. Oh no, here, I got to do this one here. I'm like, this one doesn't feel right. So I got to come up and do this LOVE here. Okay, so I'll probably finish the one that I'm working on here, and then I'll probably just jump over here, do this love, and then will be the same process. I'll go back down to here, do my little wraparound, and come back up. So I'm just going to do this over and over again tonight, at least one more time. I think we'll probably get that far. Sally's asking, are we doing an English paper piecing project? We absolutely could. I'm guessing there's, just because there's such a variety in the Splendid Sampler 2, I'm guessing that we probably have at least one of those left to do in that project. But we definitely could just do a English paper piecing project. I could actually try and design one of those up. That would be kind of fun. I think I might be able to accomplish designing something. But yeah, so there's that we've been talking about this for years now, really. But that zippered sketchbook cover, I really do still want to do that. And I do have actually a bunch of sketchbooks So things like that we could do in that last week of every month, that kind of free week. Definitely would love to do a little bit more embroidery and a little bit more exploring kind of some other crafts and stuff as well. All right, I'm just grabbing another. This is kind of a big, longer piece than I normally do, but I'm getting greedy with my floss here. Ooh, Colleen says, I just bought papers and plastic hexagons for some English paper piece, I'm assuming. Yeah, that is a nice, just, if you need to just relax and do some little, you want to relax, don't want to deal with a sewing machine, but still, want to play with fabric and make something, English paper piecing is great. It's just that something about the hand stitching of it all just is nice. Ooh, I got like a funny little knot. Oh, oh, weird. There's just a knot at the bottom of my thread. Well, luckily it's at the bottom. I'm just going to snip it. Huh. That's the first time that's happened. I just got a little tangle or it twisted around itself. I messed up my little threads here. All right. And let's run it through our conditioner. You don't need to, but now that I have it, it's fun. One of my emergency craft projects, the one that I keep in the car, is actually an English paper piece project. Gotta snip the rest of these too. It's not all hexagons though, it's some diamonds and squares and stuff. My emergency English paper piecing project. But the hexagons are, I think, as far as anything that I've done English paper piecing with any shape, that's been the easiest, the hexagons. So if you're going to start with English paper piecing, I suggest doing the hexagons, and there's lots of templates out there and stuff. You can print it out on some stiff paper, some cardstock or something, and you'll have some templates ready. But we can definitely do a project like that again. Even just showing like how to do it, just with English or with hexagons, I think would be fun. We could just do something like a very basic thing, especially if you haven't done it before. And hexagons are always kind of fun to do. So that might be nice, just doing some hexagons. Oh yeah, Jenna, it is just relaxing. It's fun. Oh, Lisa, I'm so happy you're loving embroidery. That's awesome. Just reading through some of your comments while I'm stitching here. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Nolene says cereal boxes are great for English paper piecing. So yeah, you can get a cereal box and trace around some hexagons for that. Actually, what you can do is you can glue a whole sheet of hexagons onto a cereal box, and then you can cut them all out. And just if you guys are going to start on an English paper piecing project before we do one here, I suggest once you have those templates, like if you get that far with it and you're watching some tutorials or that sort of thing, my biggest tip for English paper piecing is to take a hole punch and punch a hole in the middle of your template pieces, because then once you have like your fabric all wrapped around them, sometimes it's hard to get those out, but if you have a hole in, then you can just stick a needle or something in there and pop them right out of the fabric, and it works so easily. So I recommend punching that little hole in the center of your template pieces. Oh, with Sally, that'd be good. Sally's saying another thing she'd like to learn is making a cute tote with stabilizer to give it shape. That's actually something I'd like to get better at as well, because there are oodles and oodles of different stabilizers out there, and they all do different things, but all kind of the same thing, and it's hard to know like what one to use and all that. So I'd love to kind of look at those and what to use for what, and yeah, it'd be awesome to do something like that. I know we've played a little bit with stabilizers on bags and that sort of thing, working on some other designers' projects here. Like Patty Young of Mod Kid, we did a project of hers that used stabilizer, but yeah, we'd like to it'd be fun to do that again. Oh yeah, so with English paper piecing, if you hand baste them, Nolene's saying this on Facebook, but if you hand baste them instead of glue basting, so glue basting is a popular way of doing English paper piecing, and all these terms might be, if you don't know what I'm talking about with English paper piecing, we can go through all of these when we do that project, but if you do know a little bit, I like doing the sewing basting as well, where you're not actually stitching through the paper, but you're stitching kind of around the paper, holding the fabric down on the back of the paper, versus gluing, because then, yeah, you can pop out your templates and use them over and over and over again. Versus if you glue them, then they get kind of worn out. All right, I think I'm going to jump to the other side of this O. I feel like I'm making progress on this, so that's nice. Even if it is just this blue, and we're not all the way around yet. We're not even halfway around yet, but that's kind of what this mandala project is like. It's just meant to chill and stitch away. We'll get there though. So I think I'll probably work on this again tomorrow, just because right now it's feeling good to work on it. So sometimes you got to go with the flow. When you feel a project, that just means it's time to put an hour in there. Set the other project aside and work with what you're feeling with. Oh, Christy, happy birthday. Ooh, it was kind of nice out today, you guys. It was, it was like 20, but still, before that, like over Christmas, it was 0 degrees. Like, in a literal sense, it was 0 degrees, and when it gets down like that, that is... 0 is very, very different than 20 degrees, that's for sure. So it hurt to be outside on those days. Oh, thanks, Colleen. Colleen says, I like your progress. Yep, every little stitch is a stitch closer to being done with it. But really, this blue will just going around this with the blue is gonna really, it really is kind of the bulk of this, I think. Like these little French knots, these little red bits and French knots and stuff, I think that'll go like really quick around. I'll have to see what these colors are and stuff. I don't really have any reference for those colors off the top of my head here. These are gray. We could do these two. And then these reds. I'm assuming this dot is red, but maybe not. Well, yeah, I guess I don't have any reference to make sure, but I don't know. In my head, I would assume I would have designed that as a red dot, but I don't know that for sure. So I will get the pattern out tomorrow. Because maybe I'll be sick of blue by then and I'll want to switch to those other ones. It all has to get done at some point, so switch into a different section, even if I don't have the others, you know, all the blue done yet. Well, that seems fine to me. Oh yeah, Gina, I'm with you. The 0 degree time, that is, yeah, where you're like bones, I mean, like they feel like they want to break, like for real. But I'm telling you, man, ever since I got that hat with the fur that goes down around your chin and all that, oh my God, I have not had that feeling of my spine is gonna break. Like that's what it feels like when it gets that cold. But I haven't felt like that since I got that hat, I'm telling you. It's pretty magic. Ooh, I'm almost out of thread again. That didn't take long. Let's see if we can get one more thing of thread done tonight. We'll see. All right, so this is kind of where we left off last time, or where we kind of started last time. I had the V and the E. Now I'm going to jump down here, do this flower, zip around there, do this flower, and then we'll be to the next L-O-V-E. I think I had a little bit more floss last time too, so we'll see. I might be ending, actually I'm pretty positive I'll be ending this a lot sooner than the last floss. Last time I was able to make it around here and get almost this one done. This one I might get lucky to get this first one done. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna barely make this first little leafy flower bit, I think. I would love a fur-lined coat like my hat. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's really fur in there, but it's fuzzy. So just like a insulated hat with that fuzz. The trick is like the mutton chops of it all. I did get new boots though. That was kind of my Christmas present to myself, was new boots. And I haven't really ventured out to try them in the mega cold. I have tried them in the wet and the snow, and they did not leak, which is what my other boots did. So I had to get rid of those. But I haven't tried them in extreme cold yet. So I suppose I could have done that over the holiday, but I stayed inside. Not going out there. Negative wind chills and 0 degrees. No thank you. Oh, Sylvia, that's a great idea. So Sylvia says, I have a hole punch in the hexy shape, so the hexagon shape for paper piecing, and she uses junk mail. That's a great idea. So that's right, they do make like large, they're big hole punches, so you can get like large shapes punched out of things, and they do have that hexagon. But yeah, that's a great idea. Go through all your like junk postcards and stuff that come in the mail, and use that for the to make templates. Ooh, I love that idea. Might have to find some of those hole punches. That'd be fun to have in the shop. I'm thinking about other things that you guys might like for the shop, or if we work on a project, I want to try and have stuff available. But yeah, so if there's anything, any new supplies or anything you'd like to see, let me know. All right, I gotta weave in this end. I just barely made it to that last loop. And I still have to do the little back stitch here, but I'm out of thread. So let's see what we can weave into. I don't really have much to weave in here, but we'll make it work. All right. Let's get this last piece going here. Oh, Noeline, I've kind of seen that lately too. Noeline says we can make a thermo quilted coat. I saw some patterns the other day. So I have been seeing a lot of people lately, and I saw a guy start doing this on TikTok, but I've seen more people do this lately where they're taking some of their old quilts, or maybe you have a spare quilt laying around or something, and cutting up the quilt, like full cutting up the quilt, which sounds scary, but then making it into a coat, like a nice winter coat that's all, quilty and fun, which I just think is neat. So basically, finding a coat pattern that, I would like to hope you test first to see if that fits. But yeah, then just actually cutting right into the quilt. And I saw someone, they used the binding. They took the binding off of the old quilt and used that binding to cover all the seams. I'm like, oh, that just looks so cute. I would love to do that because it just is so neat. But I think I'd be too scared cutting up a quilt. Although I love that idea. If it was a quilt that wasn't mine, like I found it at, a thrift shop or something like that, I could see maybe practicing on that or trying to do that with a quilt, with an actual quilt. I think that would be kind of cool. Oh, Lisa, that's a great idea. Lisa says we should, for one of our little projects, we should make stilettos sometime. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. I could get some cute beads and some turkey lacers for the shop too. That'd be fun as a little kit. But yeah, that'd be a fun, just quick little gifty thing. That'd be kind of great. Yeah, I'd like to make some of those as well. They're so handy, those little stilettos. I just think of them as an extra skinny, pointy finger. I can't get my own fingers in there. A finger pin, almost. Well, this really is only, gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're really only halfway done with this blue. Ooh, little knot, getting a knot in there. Well, then if we work on we'll get a little further than halfway tonight, and then we could get the rest of it done tomorrow. Or maybe we'll try some other colors. We'll see. It'd be great if we could finish the blue and then maybe finish the love. I think that might be, if I remember right, that might be the only place where we have pink in it. Again, I'll get my pattern out for sure. But it would be fun to finish all those loves. That would feel like we got farther in this. All right, this guy's got to move. You are going to go down here now. Kind of rotating around here, so now it's out of my way down there. Oh, modest cooking. I'm glad. That's awesome. Yeah, so I mean, you know, that last week of the month, I mean, we do actually have the Aurifil quilt to finish yet too, so we'll figure out what to do for, you know, finishing the front of that quilt. Oh, I did take a picture of that. I'll have to post the picture of all those blocks. But that last week of the month, as if we keep it as like kind of an open month where we can work on little projects or work on just finishing up something. But yeah, it's kind of the perfect time to do little projects like the stiletto and little zipper pouches and that sort of thing. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun to try some things and play around and work on some small projects. All right, I'm almost to that love up there. Let's work on this feller here. It's kind of far away from my hand, so it's a little hard to work on. This is definitely feeling like it's getting filled up, though, a little bit more, so that's making me feel like we got some progress happening. I'm going to stitch the stem as I go. So I'll stitch a stem and then do another leaf and stitch more stem and get to the top here, because then I can make that jump to this love here without having to go back and stitch these. Lenore, I am using 3 strands of floss right now. So starting with the 6-strand embroidery floss and then using 3. Although lately I've been using 2 strands a whole lot more, just so we can do that fun start that we did the other day with the loop start. Then I don't have to tie any knots or weave in any ends at the beginning. But you need an even amount of strands for that. So I've been using 2 strands a lot more. But this one I started with 3 strands, so we're sticking with it. This one, again, was a pattern from the embroidery of the month. This was January's, I believe, embroidery of the month, January 2020. And I never finished it, so we're wrapping it up. Or not wrapping it up, we're getting a little further on it. Sally, I don't think I'll be doing the Aurifil block of the month next year. I haven't seen anything about it or anything yet, but I mean, I'll take a peek at it. But I think I'd like to leave up that week to finish up projects and work on some other things. I'm getting the quilts kind of racked up here. We're going to need to do a whole pile of machine quilting, and let's get good at that this coming year too, because I have the I Love Home quilt, and I remember I had saved that one because I wanted to know how to machine quilt better than what I could when we finished that top, and I think I am better now, so I'd like to tackle that, practice some more stuff with that. That one is sandwiched and ready to go. Like, the back is done. It's got the batting. I just have to sew it together, and that's the same with the triangle tango quilt. So now that one I wanted to quilt a whole design on the back. Like, I wanted to draw out like a whole picture that I kind of quilt on top of. I don't know what that is yet, but it was a fun idea, and that was kind of my plan for that one. So I got to draw something up for that, but that one is ready to go as well. Just waiting for me to quilt it. So that's two quilts that need to be quilted, and then, you know, soon we'll have the Aurifil top done. And I think for the back, for that, I'll probably just use a bunch of the leftover fabric, which there is oodles of. And yeah, so that probably won't take long to finish the back. So we'll have that top to quilt at some point here. Oh, Lisa. Lisa says I looked. The 2021 theme for Orifel is endangered species. Oh, okay, now I kind of want to see what they are because that would be fun. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I do remember them saying that I do remember seeing that all the colors were endangered species based. So the Orifel goes around that the builder or those little bundles of three, the builder color builder collections. So they do those every year, it seems, and those are based on endangered animals this year. So that makes sense that the quilt would be too. Ooh, now I want to see what it looks like. Oh man. Well, all of them are free, so we could. Oops, I'm not paying attention, and I didn't pull the thread through all the way. But we could just pop in, and if one looks cute, they're free. So we could just do one and turn it into a pillow or something. So we'll leave that open as an option. If there's a really cute one that comes up that we want to do, we can totally do that. Oh, Sally says another fun, like a quick project would be like quilted postcards. Ooh, that would be fun. That would be fun, for sure. Yeah, I kind of love that idea. There's that whole idea of, it's kind of a little trend now, of embroidering onto like photos and stuff, like printing a photo on a cardstock and then doing embroidery on top of a photo. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, I love the postcards. They're not even quilted postcards, but you still sew, like you machine sew onto like a greeting card or something, like a blank greeting card, but you just sew little bits of fabric scraps that you have, like literal scraps, and you just sew a couple of them on in a row, and gosh, even that, I mean, how easy and fun would that be? Just getting like a whole batch of greeting cards and sewing on all of them. And then you just have a bunch of finished cards. I just think that'd be so cool. Could make a couple sets of those or something. Ooh, I love all these ideas. Oh, that's fun. Nolene says, yes, postcards, and we could all send them to each other. That would actually be pretty fun. We could do another like group thing like that. Ooh, Colleen says that she does fabric, not paper. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, like fabric cards. How do you get them to be, or maybe you don't, do you make them stiff somehow? So it's, I don't know, like a card, or is it more like a soft, like book sort of thing? I'm curious how you do that. That'd be fun. All right, we are almost out of thread here again. Actually, we got some time left, so I'm gonna start up the next one. Sometimes it's nice to leave in the middle of wherever you're at, because then it's easier to pick it up. So if we start a new piece of blue and we don't finish it up, that's just fine. It'll be ready to go for us tomorrow. I actually don't think I'm gonna get around this whole shape here. We'll have the E left over, or a portion of it, like 2 stitches of the E or something we're gonna have left over here. Ah, well. That's how it goes. We just have kind of... Oh, we just have one more left. One more, we just really have to go around this bend. Ooh, we might actually get real close to, well, I don't know. We probably won't get a whole nother LOVE stitch. That kind of takes a little time, but we're a lot closer to being done with this blue, at least kind of what I've been stitching tonight. We're closer to that than I thought, so that's cute. We'll definitely finish this round tomorrow, and then we can start some of these other things. I definitely think it'd be fun to finish up those other pink ones. That would feel like we got a lot done. And then filling in a bunch of this red. we still have all this border to do, and we still have these guys to do, but that feels minor once you get all this kind of inside stuff done, I guess. Ugh, I really am gonna have 2 more stitches left here. Eee, yeah. Yeah, I think that's my last one there. I do have like 2 more stitches on that E. Well, that's how it goes. It's just fine. Yeah, no kidding, Colleen. Colleen says she's loving all these ideas, and we need a secretary to keep them all down. All right, we went through both of those, so I gotta get a whole nother piece here. Well, that's kind of cool. I was thinking we had another piece left, but we used that up already. All right, so I'm just taking the strands out one by one again. That seems to be the fastest way still. Zoop. Need the sound effect. Zoop. Okay. Ugh, it's attacking me. Let's put these together. All right, so I'll get this one started and do a few stitches. Definitely finish the last 2 stitches of that E. And then we will set this aside for tomorrow. I feel good about this though. Definitely. Last time when we were picking between this and working on the swan, I was definitely feeling the swan more. Tonight, before coming on, it was kind of the same dilemma. Do I do the swan or do I do this? I'd still like to work on the swan some more, but this one won out. This one just vibed a little bit more for me tonight, and I'm feeling good about it. Still feeling like this is the right one to work on tonight. I feel like I made progress. It really did. Like, we're really fleshing out this whole thing. All right, here's my 2 last stitches that I didn't quite get to. This will be nice to, I'm not there yet, and I probably won't be tomorrow either, but it'll be nice to finally take that stick and stitch stabilizer off of here and, you know, be able to use this as a tea towel at some point would be nice. Just kind of going in the back of the stitches again and back over here. So now this time I'm on the ones on this side, I haven't been stitching the back stitch at the same time because I actually want to come back down so I end up closer to this point here because I'm going to do that running stitch around. So I've been skipping the back stitch and just doing the single chain stitches here instead of doing like one and then one of the back stitches for the stem. Oh, Colleen, that was the koala pouch. That wasn't the swan pouch. That Valeria one. In our koala pouch drawing. But yeah, I have the swan that I've been hand quilting a little bit just to kind of learn how to hand quilt. a little bit more. I love learning with projects. I don't do as well learning with just like a skill, like here's, I don't know, a tiny little bit of a project to do, and that's how you're going to learn. I like learning on the project. So it can be a small project. So like with that swan, the swan embroidery was actually the first embroidery. That was December 2019's. And I was turning that into the pouch for the sole reason of I could try to learn how to hand quilt a little bit more, because I'm hand quilting it first, and then it just seemed like a good size for a pouch, so we're going to turn that into the pouch. But yep, that one's not done yet either. But we did get a bunch more stitching on it last time we worked on it. I think we worked on that for the last Finish It Friday. Oh yeah, River City Creative is saying, I never knew about Aurifil thread. They have a lot of great colors. Yeah, I didn't know about them either until I really got more into the kind of the quilting sewing world, or the quilting world specifically, I suppose. And really probably with the first Splendid Sampler, that's when I kind of really dove deep into different quilt techniques and different designers and that sort of thing. And but I just kept hearing everyone just likes this Aurifil thread a lot, and it doesn't leave as much, residue in your machine, and because sometimes when you use like cotton thread, it can leave like fluff everywhere, and people say that this didn't do it, and so I started using it on the first Aurifil, or not Aurifil, the first Splendid Sampler project. I started using Aurifil thread, and yeah, I've kind of stuck with it. It's been great so far. Ooh, Lenore, I have not ever done candle wicking. And I have a little bit of a picture of what that is. Is that where, is that with the gingham fabric that you do like special stuff? Or is that where you do the threads of fabric that you kind of like group together and cut other ones away? I can't. I've heard of that before, and I definitely know if I saw it, I'd be like, oh yeah, duh, that's what it is. But in this moment, I can't quite remember what that is. Oh, okay. Okay. So chicken scratch is the gingham one. Okay. That's like cross stitching on gingham is chicken scratch. Okay, so not candle wicking. I'll have to look that up again. I definitely know that. There are a few like fabric manipulation things that I think it would be fun to try, like smocking would be fun. Oh, okay. So, okay, Lenore. Okay, I'm getting a better picture of it in my head now. It's so Lenore says I use muslin similar to a French knot, but more like a ball shape. So that's kind of like where it's like the white on white stitching, and it's a lot of yeah, like you said, like kind of knots. And is it still where you kind of take away a little bit of like you make a hole almost in the fabric, and then you like stitch around the little hole, so it ends up looking kind of lacy, but it's like the whole like white on white look or something, right? Okay, so yeah, Colleen's is like the same color knots, cream on cream. Okay. I feel like I have a picture of it in my head. Yeah, I would love to pursue, someone mentioned ribbon embroidery. I've never done that. I know what it is, and I've seen a few stitches being done. Lenore says no holes, just the like French knots. Ooh, I would definitely love to look into that. But yeah, ribbon embroidery would be fun to try. Never done that. Oh, I'm thinking of Hardinger. Yep, you're right, Gina. Gina says no. You're talking about Hardinger with the holes. Yep, another technique I've never done. Um, so there's three things right there that I've never, or four things: the chicken scratch I haven't done, the candle wicking, Hardinger, and ribbon embroidery. So there we go. Those are four, four styles, four things, crafts that would be fun to give a little go with. Oh, yep, and smocking, Gina. Yep, smocking. I've not done that either. I've seen the concepts of all of them. Like, I've seen, like, how-tos of various, in passing how-tos, but I've never tried any of those, and they all look interesting. So yeah, I'd love to do all that. So that's why I'm excited to have, like, this kind of extra week each month that we can fill in with a lot of that sort of thing. Oh yeah, Blair from Wisecraft Handmade is doing a chicken scratch project. Yeah, and that looks amazing. All right. I do have a little thread left, not much. So I don't think we'll quite make it through this part again. And it's a little past 9, but I really am close to finishing this thread. We're kind of going through the thread really quickly. I suppose, it's not like I all of a sudden turned into like a super speed embroiderer, but I think bits like this, I feel like I got, oh no. Oh yeah, I do. Uh-oh. How long ago was that? Oh, just now. I caught the thread funny. Ooh. Well, that was maybe a mistake. It felt weird in the back, so I thought I'd check it out, and now I'm totally messed up here. There we go. There we go. So I just, I had caught, like the needle went through my thread as I was stitching, so it kind of made a little knot, but I caught it early enough. I could feel it with my left hand. That's why I always have my left hand on the back, because I can kind of feel what's going on a little bit. Something didn't feel quite right. Ooh, Sylvia says that that she just received her gingham fabric to try chicken scratch. Ugh, fun. Oh, thanks, Valeria. Sally says, I love ribbon embroidery. Ooh, I've made lots of crazy quilt blocks with ribbon. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Ugh, you'll have to share them in the Penguin Fish Crafters group on Facebook. Yeah, I've always it always looks beautiful when I see the ribbon embroidery. So if you guys don't know what that is, you're actually stitching with ribbon. I think it's typically silk ribbon. Sally, let me know if I'm wrong. So I don't know. That probably pulls through fabric. That's the part that I'm gonna have to learn about for sure. Is how do you even pull that much bulk through fabric? Like if you have to use a special fabric or something. I don't know. But you can make all these just gorgeous flowers. You can come up, and then you have that ribbon that kind of expands because it's wide, and then you can stick the needle right back into the ribbon and make lots of just fun shapes. It looks really interesting. Pamela, I watched the whole series in one big bit. The Bridgerton on Netflix. But yes, those outfits are all kind of fascinating. What's funny about those outfits, this is super duper 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 random, but I'm now binge watching because I need like some junk TV on where I don't have to pay attention to it so I can work on stuff. But so I went from the Bridgerton thing, which was great. That one I had to watch everything, which then like I had to watch everything, and then so now I need something where I don't really have to pay attention. So now I'm watching Vampire Diaries because there's a zillion episodes, but that's kind of like late 90s, early 2000s. And what's funny is the like waistline. There's something very similar to the outfits that they're wearing in the Bridgerton show as Vampire Diaries, just in the like silhouette a little. I mean, like it sounds totally random, but just where like the tops are like cut and stuff just are very similar. It's just kind of silly. Oh yes, so this is this pattern is for sale. It is the embroidery of the month for it was January 2020, so it'll be available just till the end of the month here. It's part of all the embroideries that I brought back this year, so it'll be just available a little longer. Oh, interesting. Robin says silk ribbon goes through regular cotton fabric like butter. Ribbon without the wire. I've made pansies, ruched, roses, etc. with the wire ribbon. Ooh, with wire ribbon too. I didn't realize that you could do it with wire too. That makes sense. But it just goes through normal fabric. That'll be fun. I do actually have some silk ribbon hiding in my stash somewhere, so I'd love to give that a try. I'll have to see what's out there for silk ribbon too. All right, I had just enough thread to finish that guy. So tomorrow we'll just do that love, and then I have one more of these little guys. I hope all these were supposed to be blue. I mean, they're all blue now. like I didn't trade off colors or something like that, because I don't think I had enough indication of what they were, except for the one, and I just kind of guessed that they all would be blue. I'm still guessing that they are. They are now. So we'll do this love and then this flower thing, and then we're done with at least the central blue. Then I'd love to get these other two pink ones done, just because that'll feel like progress. And then really all these little red bits would be really kind of neat to get going on as well. So I think that'll be my plan for tomorrow. I'll definitely get the instructions for this, like the digital instructions, back out. Oh, I lost one. Dang it. So we can just double check on all that. Ugh, I gotta cut a clean edge. Just enough to weave in the end here. You know, I've never done needlepoint either, but that would be fun too. I love seeing all those painted needlepoints. All right, there we are. Snip that away. Let's actually put my needle on the front, just so I'm not looking for it later. All right, I feel great about that. We finished a lot. I mean, we used a ton of thread tonight too, so we're cruising along here. Just that one little bit there and there, and yeah, this feels great. We're gonna get a lot done on this between today and tomorrow. All right, guys, thank you again for joining me. Here we go, so you can see just, it's a good size embroidery yet. So yeah, so this is part of that Embroidery of the Month series, and it's part of 2020's, which will be done soon. So I brought them all back for the holidays, basically. So this one is still available in the shop. We do have the PDF pattern, and also the bundle is available as well, just till the end of the month. And then we'll get January's. I'm so excited for January's Embroidery of the Month. We have a fun little extra with that as well. And that'll be coming soon enough here. It's crazy. check mark done with 2020, just about. So thanks again, everyone. I will be here tomorrow, and then I will be out for the rest of the week again, the last little bit of a little vacation here. So thanks again. It's been a pleasure working on this again with you guys. Have a fabulous rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.